Okay, here we are. Let's finish this up. All right, I told you I would tell you some resources. And everything here, I've got a bookshelf sitting right over to my left. And I want to tell you, there's an awful lot of good books on the bookshelf. I have I have just 7 things listed here. I'm not going to give you the contents of that bookshelf, but this is kind of Dale's pick of all the stuff he has picked up over the years, right? And a couple of them are just names to go get. One of them is a very old name. This guy, I say very old, I doubt he's still alive because he was selling stuff. I was on his marketing list, and he tried to sell me his stuff for $5,000, and I wasn't a buyer. And then the stuff was only $3,000, and then the stuff was only, whatever. Anyway, he finally got to $500. Well, it turned out that $500 was Dale's price point. And so he was a smart guy. You see that? He kept his lists, and he knew that I was the right kind of guy. He already vetted me that way somehow. Anyway, the man's name was Abrams. Whether Jay's still alive, I don't know. But I tell you this, his stuff was terrific. This man really understood the human psyche and what it took to get people to pick up the phone and dial. Now, it may be that Jay's stuff is a little outdated because, that was a long time ago. But the man knew people. He knew how to market. All right, there's another fella, and I'm pretty sure this guy is still alive. I have an idea he's kind of like around my age. Very irreverent so-and-so, but what a smart guy. I think he might have been from Baltimore, too. I'm not sure, though. Somehow I got the idea that he lives in Ohio. But this man's name is Dan Kennedy. And Dan Kennedy's stuff is called Magnetic Marketing, I believe, is his most recent offering, and I believe that his materials are like $300 or something. A good $300. Listen, just because you're getting all this stuff from me for free doesn't mean that somebody else's stuff that's not free isn't worth the money. $300 spent with Dan Kennedy, you'll get a fast return on that, okay? So, another place where you can get basically free information or $99 information or something. Postcardmania is a company in Florida. What's that little island over there off of Tampa? I forget what they call it. But anyway, you go to Tampa and then you cross the bridge and you're in that place. And this is a company that does postcard marketing, right? The lady that runs it, Joy Gasuda or something like that. Anyway, Joy is one smart gal. And Joy understands marketing. And she's from the trenches too. She didn't come from Yale and then figure out how to squeeze a buck out of you. I mean, this gal knows what it is to get her fingernails dirty, and she understands people. And once or twice a year, they do a workshop down there. You can come down and, I don't know, it's cheap, $99 or $199 or whatever it is for 2 days of classroom, and then they take you out on a boat and feed you a dinner in the evening, and well spent money, okay? Now I'm going to tell you an old book. This book is by a guy named Claude Hopkins, and I mentioned Claude before. He's been long since dead. He wrote this book probably 100 years or 80 years ago, whatever, but Claude was the guy that took marketing and turned it into a free-for-all, from a free-for-all into a science. His book is called Tested Advertising Methods, and I highly recommend Claude's book. Read that book. Make a real smart you out of you. All right, another one, you remember I mentioned that I used to be a marketing consultant. That was with Y2 Marketing. I don't even know if Y2 is still in existence, but Monopolize Your Marketplace was, I don't know if it was their brand so much as, brand. Monopolize Your Marketplace, and they are still very much in business. They're in Texas. They're the ones that did the ad for the moving company. And anyway, they're smart people, and anyway, I have a little bit of misgivings about my dealings with them. That's why I'm being a little hesitant. But yet they made this list. They've got the goods. You need to go check them out. And they have goods. Now, what they're charging for what, I don't know. I just know that there are people that understood what to do. Now, there are two guys that I want to recommend for copywriting. And one, I'm pretty sure this man was from Baltimore. I don't know if he's still alive or not. Bob Bly. And he was a writer with, what's the name of the group? Anyway, right downtown Baltimore, Mount Vernon Place or something. There's this company that did, or probably still does, marketing. They did long copy and stuff like that. Anyway, Bob Bly wrote a book, and I had the book around here someplace, and I don't see it, but whatever it's called, Bob Bly. Look up the copywriting handbook. That's what it's called. A power-packed book of how to write good ads, and with a lot more detail than you got in the 5, 6, 7 minutes at a time here. And the other one I would want to bring over, if you're on YouTube, you can see this podcast, folks. I'll just tell you the name. This book is called The Art of Copywriting by Herschel Gordon Lewis. And I think Mr. Lewis just died a few years ago. And he was an interesting character. I actually corresponded with Mr. Lewis a little bit. And what a guy. This guy made, when I say B-grade movies, that might be like C or D or E or F or G. Okay, he made these awful movies. Gore, and it was like Blood Feast, I think, was one of his movies. But these 1950s and 60s, just nasty, gory movies. So he doesn't mention a word about it in the copywriting book, I guess. But I would have to say that Mr. Lewis's copywriting book is the best copywriting book I have ever run across. That book absolutely should be in your library. It'll teach you just so much about writing. Take the flatness out of writing, or at least call you out for it, make you think about your writing. Herschel Gordon Lewis, the art of writing copy. On the Art of Writing Copy. That's the name of the book is. Highly recommended that. If you don't do anything else but buy two books, buy Herschel Gordon Lewis's copywriting book and Claude Hopkins' Tested Advertising Methods. Alrighty? That'll give you a good library. I hope the detail that you wishing that Dale were giving you is found, and I know the detail that you're wishing that you could get will be found with these people. Alrighty? Go get them. Hey friends, I hope this was useful to you. Would you do something for me? Would you please share this with anybody you know that ought to hear it too? And then, would you please give me the thumbs up and subscribe, right? That's kind of important on these things. Feel free to leave comments. All right? Thanks a lot. And now get out there and do some winning.